This Local on 2 page turner is helping anyone that may be facing a new challenge, whether it's a new job, the first day of school, or moving somewhere new. Norman is here and he's at your service.
Yes, clearly this is Norman. He's wearing his badge. His dad and mom, Chrissy and Simon, as well as his sister Ava, are all here with us. The book, a true story based on the work that Norman has provided as a facility dog at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Welcome in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, we are so excited. You guys just wait. Norman is going to leave you in awe. Chrissy, you're a physical therapist at Vanderbilt. Tell us how Norman got this badge.
So Norman is a graduate of an organization called Canine Companions, which has been breeding and training and raising assistance dogs since 1975. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. I started working at Vanderbilt in 2012 with patients who had neurologic conditions like brain injuries and strokes and spinal cord injuries, and saw for years how our patients would light up if a service dog was in the clinic. So a service dog helping one of our patients would sometimes let their dog interact with our other patients, and people just respond to dogs in a way that they don't always respond to humans. And my occupational therapy partner's mother-in-law helped raise future service dogs for Canine Companions. So we were familiar with something called facility dogs, which is what Norman is. A facility dog is a service dog who works with lots of people rather than one individual. Hi, baby. And we thought our clinic would be a perfect candidate for having a facility dog. And our leadership at Vanderbilt was on board, and so I applied for a facility dog from Canine Companions and spent a couple years interviewing and then waiting for a spot to open up. And then I got a call that I was invited to go out to Santa Rosa, California for 2 weeks to meet our facility dog. And while there, I got to interact with lots of different dogs. And it was evident from the first day that Norman was the perfect dog for me. And I hit the jackpot when he's the one I was matched with. And I got to bring him home in 2019 to start working at Vanderbilt. And a month later, I met Simon, and we're about to have our third baby. And Norman is such an important part of our family.
I always say in 2019, she met the love of her life, and then a month later, she met me.
And yeah, so now we have this book about Norman, and we're just so proud of him.
Well, let's talk more about that book. Give us a little overview on what readers can expect.
So yeah, Norman at Your Service is a book all about Norman, his first day. We wanted to create a story that really just had a soul, right? It had a purpose, had a meaning. So we wrote Norman at Your Service just during nap times with this this little one, right? So the entire manuscript was written while this one was asleep. And we were cuddling together, and it took years. Like, we agonized over this manuscript, right? And then we started sharing it with family and with friends, and they enjoyed it. And so then we took it to my sister. We read it with her one night at dinner, and she's an art director at HarperCollins. So she's been working on all these books with Reba McEntire and all this, but she made time for us to be the art director, and she set us up with an illustrator. We went halfway across the world, found an illustrator in Portugal named Rita. And she crushed it, and this book was born. It took 4 years, but here we are.
And we see Norman on the front with the 3 balls. That's one of his many tricks. We only have less than a minute left, so we've got to get to some tricks real quick before we let you go.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Hey, Norman, stand. All right, buddy, let's show him what you can do.
It is so impressive, guys.
He can get his book, he can read, he can check colors. There's a number of things that Norman can do.
Come
It's
right
so
over
impressive.
here. Sit. And can you wave to everyone? Good boy.
Thank you, Norman.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Can you
This
play
is
ball
pretty
with
cool.
me? Here, boop this. Yes.
Good boy,
Very
Norman.
good. We
Good
are just
job.
so grateful for you and Norman and all that he does
Yeah.
for those patients. Thank you guys so much. All right, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Shop Norman's book and support our favorite local hound. You can grab a copy at normanatyourservice.com.